What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than something I've done before, but today I am here to ask you guys of a favor from those of you that are willing. So if you guys have been following me for a while, a few years, you probably already know that I used to work at a horse ranch. I haven't worked there for a few years, but I spent 4 or 5 years working there, and this ranch basically is like a big part of how I ever got started in horses. So I went to horse camp there for several years before I started working there. And I've always referred to this place as the ranch. And the ranch was a really big part of me growing up and learning about horses and finding my confidence on a horse, and a really big it was just such a big part of my life when I was younger, up until about my freshman or sophomore year of high school. Was really just when I started training horses and doing stuff with my own, and fulfilling all the stuff that I wanted to do with my horses. But the ranch is a huge part of how I got started and where I learned certain things, and learning to work with people and teaching people and all kinds of stuff. Cedar Valley Stables has always had a really special place in my heart, and as I've made videos about them before, and as much as I have held a grudge in the past, the ranch is a really important place, an important part of my past. The ranch holds a girls' summer horse camp every single summer, and it's the reason that so many girls have started in horses and have kept girls out of trouble in the summer, and it's something that so many kids look forward to every single year. And for a few years of my life, the ranch was so important to me, and I was obsessed with the ranch and being there all the time, and that's all I wanted to do was be there. And it's a really big part of how I got started and where I learned everything, and so it's always held a special place with me. And the owners have done a lot for me, and they always were always really good to us when we worked there. So it's always been a really big place in my heart, and has always been special to me even after I left, and I haven't even been there for 2 years as of right now. And I still keep in contact with the people there. They're really important people in my life, and as much as I've held a grudge in the past and after I left and stuff, the ranch is a really good place, and it provides a really good place for all kinds of girls from all over. It's taught so many girls how to ride and gotten their basis and built their confidence on horses. I know a few different horse trainers that have started there. And the point of me making this video is the ranch is in need of help right now. And I don't want to go into like super big detail, but basically the owner's husband has terminal cancer, and that's been really hard on all the girls that have worked there, and it's been hard to think about for me and some of the girls that have left there, because he was always such a big part of the ranch, and the only reason any of the handiwork and stuff ever got done there was because of him. You never saw him doing nothing. You never saw him. He hardly ever even rode. I mean, he was always doing something, fixing fences, cutting down trees, moving trees, stacking hay, pulling things around with the tractor. He was always doing everything. So you never saw Rich not doing anything. So it was really lucky if he got to come out on a ride with us. And he's just always been such a huge part of how the ranch has always functioned. And I want to say maybe a year ago almost, he was diagnosed with lung cancer, which soon spread into his brain. And I think they've stopped his treatment as far as I know, and it is terminal. So that's been really, really hard on everybody. And immensely difficult for Nancy, the owner, and I can't imagine what she's going through right now. The ranch lost several horses this year. I think 5 or 6 of them. One of them, his name was Raisin. I have a picture of me. I probably have a few pictures of him, but he was an amazing horse. Like, anybody could ride that horse. You could throw anyone on him. He was so broke to do the trails. I mean, we put little 4-year-old kids on him, not 4, but 7-year-old kids on him, and we put like 100-year-old women on him. He was so amazing. And they think he died of a heart attack this year, which was a huge, huge loss for the ranch. And I mean, Raisin has always been the iconic horse, and so that was really, really shocking for me to hear that he had passed away, and that's really gonna change a lot of things for the ranch, because he was always a regular horse. If we had little kids or really old women, we even put a blind person on him once. Like, it was always, he's riding Raisin, they're riding Raisin. Like, it's all gonna change now. And so that was huge for the ranch to lose him. They also lost a few other horses this year just because of old age. There was another mare that they lost out of internal bleeding, and they don't know how that happened, but so many horses that were lost this year, and that's really been a hard year for them. The other thing, the big thing of why they're in need of help this year is because this fall and late summer here in Iowa has been really brutal. Late summer, early fall, we got so much rain here. It's not even funny, you guys. Like, this whole town, I think, had water in their basements, except for us, because we're on a very high hill. But this whole town seriously had water in it. My dad got water in his basement, and he's never had water in their basement. It rained for literally like 2 weeks, like 10 days straight it rained. And the ranch is right on the river. And so that flooded them so bad. They've only been flooded a few times since they've been in operation, but this year they got flooded twice, both out of really, really big rain spurts. It rained so bad. I even vlogged part of that in late summer on my other channel, but oh my gosh, the rain was so bad. And then we got several days where it was so windy. I mean, windy to the point where it wouldn't have been even safe for people to ride. So that took a huge financial loss for them. The ranch opens on the weekends in the late summer and fall after camp is over to do trail rides on the weekends. And so they couldn't open for several weeks. I think the whole month of September, they were closed on the weekends. So that took a huge amount of money away from them. And so right now, they're really struggling with, first of all, Rich's medical costs and how they're gonna get through this winter. And I think it would just absolutely break anybody's heart to see a place that important to you close down. There's so many girls that have been through that ranch, and so many that it's such an important place for them. And even for myself, I would be devastated if they closed down. I mean, I know I have had my issues in the past with them, but I would never want to see them be gone. I would never want to see that place disappear and not be anymore. So right now they're struggling and they need help, and it's really it was out of anybody's control. There's nothing they could have done about the situation. And right now they have 32 horses, and they just need to get through this winter and know that they're going to be able to take care of all these horses. One of the things that I've always really respected about the ranch is that they keep all of their horses until they die. They don't sell and get rid of any of their horses. Once a horse comes to the ranch, they dedicate themselves to that horse's life. They don't pass it around or sell it. If that horse is there, it stays at the ranch, and that's one of their ways of ensuring to the horse that they're not going to be passed around their whole life. They completely dedicate themselves to the whole life of the horse. And I think that's really awesome and really important to the horses and how well they perform there. So they have 32 horses, and that's a huge amount to spend on hay and grain and vet bills. And they had several horses get sick this year also, just colicking and the vet bills from putting horses down and that type of thing. They had a lot of vet visits this year. So right now they're just really in need of help and figuring out how they're going to get through this winter. So basically, my favor of asking you guys is there is a GoFundMe for to help them get through this winter. I will leave it linked down below, of course. And all I am asking is if you guys want to. Like, I'm not begging you guys or anything. This doesn't affect me. Well, it will affect me, I guess, if they had to close down. But this isn't for me. It's not benefiting me at all. All that I'm asking, since I have this platform and 4,000 of you guys watching, is that if you feel kind and generous today, or if you want to donate anything, even $5, I mean, anything helps. There is the GoFundMe linked down below if you'd like to help. This place is really, really important to me and has always been a huge part of my life, and the whole reason that I even have gotten this start in horses. I mean, nobody in my family, you guys, does horses. Not a single person except for myself. So when I got my horses and I didn't know anything, the ranch was a huge place and where I learned how to groom horses and how to saddle and bridle and where to find my confidence riding horses. So that's all I'm asking you guys for, is if you'd like to donate, if you have your generosity, if you decide to donate, know that anything is appreciated. I mean, it takes a lot of kindness and generosity to donate your own money that you work hard for to something else. But the ranch has helped so many horses. It's done so many good things for a ton of girls, and it's just a really important place, and it's a really good place. So if you're feeling kind and generous today, know that the GoFundMe is linked down below, and know that I appreciate it out of my heart, and know that you're going to help so many horses get through this winter. So that's all I came on here today for, and I hope you guys can hear me out. Like again, I said, I'm not begging you. I'm just letting you know that it's there if you'd like to help. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.